Good evening. My name is Bethany Amundi, and I recently graduated from Georgetown University with a degree in government and English. I'm originally from North Providence, Rhode Island, and I am very fortunate to be able to welcome the next person. Will Ritu Sharma please join me at the podium? Ritu Sharma is co-founder and president of Women Thrive Worldwide, the leading organization advocating for change at the US and global levels for women equity around the world, primarily for women living in poverty in developing countries. Due in large part to Sharma and Women Thrive, global women's issues are now being incorporated into US foreign policy, including assistance and trade programs. A first-generation American of East Indian heritage, Sharma's family left behind generations of violence and poverty in Punjab, India, to build a new life in the United States, where she founded Women Thrive in 1998. She is an inspiring public speaker, an adept coalition builder, and a political strategist who led numerous advocacy campaigns to success. She is the author of An Introduction to Advocacy, a training guide, which has been translated into 6 languages and is a primary reference for advocates across the globe. Ritu's advocacy has been instrumental in the State Department's 2010 decision to make gender a priority across US international assistance and foreign policy. She was also a driving force behind the International Violence Against Women Act. Introduced in February 2010, this bipartisan comprehensive legislation addressed violence against women and girls worldwide and came very close to being passed in the 111th Congress. She serves on the board of the US Global Leadership Campaign and is regularly quoted on gender, global women's issues, and US foreign policy in many media outlets, including The Washington Post, NPR, the New York Daily News, the Boston Globe, the Baltimore Sun, Fox News Strategy Room, Washington News Channel 8, and MSNBC. She also serves on the board of the US Global Leadership Center, the PAC World Women's Advisory Council, and the Advisory Council of Men and Women as Allies. In May 2010, Ritu's lifelong dedication to women's issues was honored by Lifetime Television as part of its series, Lifetime Celebrates Remarkable Women. Sharma holds a Bachelor of Science in Foreign Service and International Economics from Georgetown University and a Master's of Public Health from Johns Hopkins University. Ritu Sharma, you are a woman who has done tremendous work advocating on behalf of women advancement and equity. It is with great admiration for your work that the National Conference for College Women Student Leaders, organizers, and attendees, including myself, honor and recognize you as a 2013 Woman of Distinction.
Thank you so much. It's just delightful and an honor to be with you and to be honored with these incredible women up here. I'm going to write you a check for your campaign. I'm going to read your book. And I'm going to figure out exactly what you've done because I'm really glad we have it, but that's way over my head. There's a lot of things I could say, but there's really 2 things I want to convey to you today. The first is about leadership, and that is that this award isn't just for me, and I think that is implicit in what all of these women up here were saying. But I want to make it explicit. Your leadership is only as good as the people that you can inspire to follow you, to take action, and to go out there and create the change in the world that you want to create together. So that involves listening, as Barbara said. It involves giving other people credit and not taking credit. It involves just sitting down and shutting up, right? it involves knowing that, you know what, yeah, it might be different, it might be better if I did it myself, but that's not the point. Let other people do it. Let them do it their way. Let them be creative about it. Let them fail, right? Leadership is really about being humble, being funny, having a sense of humor, but the more you give away the power, the more you inspire others to find that power within them, that's what makes you powerful as a leader. So keep that in mind the next time you're in one of your meetings and somebody, is having an idea and you have this urge to well, no, I don't think we should do it that way. I think we should do it this way. Just chill. Just, take a moment. That will be one of the best habits that you can cultivate as a leader. The other thing I want to say is that I'm honored, I'm deeply honored to have this award and to be recognized. The women and girls that I serve and that I seek to represent in front of the Congress and the State Department and the White House and the Trade Representative's Office, those are the people that really deserve this award. I have met with so many women around the world who literally live on less than $1 a day. And they are holding it together. They are raising their 13 kids. They are out there plowing in the field with their backs burning in the sun just to grow the food that their family eats. Those are the women who deserve an award. They'll never be here standing in front of you. They'll never reach a podium like this. They are keeping our world together. So my second message to you is that all of us who have made it here, just by the fact that you're sitting here, you're college women. For so many girls around the world, that's unbelievable. They don't even get to go to a schoolroom. If they do, they maybe don't even get past their first year. If they get past their first year, they don't get to go to high school. So we are so privileged. We're so lucky to be where we are. And we're full of ambition, and that's great. I so agree with you. Own it, ladies. Own it. Yeah. Be the boss. Take it. Do something with it. But let's also do something for all of those women and girls who they need a little bit of help. They need a little bit of support. They need us to remember them. When I walk around Capitol Hill, which I've been doing, we were talking about it before, for 20-some years, I walk into these offices and then, why should we care about women's rights overseas? Why should we care? Hey, we got problems here at home. We can't afford to be spending money over there. The thing that is the biggest hurdle for me is that they don't hear from women like you. They don't hear from college women. They don't hear from women in suburbia. They don't hear from women in science. They're not hearing that we are aware of what's happening for women and girls in the rest of the world. And we care. Yeah, our country, maybe you don't know this, how much do you think our country spends on international aid overseas? How much of our budget, what percentage of our budget do we send away? Yeah, you've been 6%. We have 6%. Anybody else? 3%. It's less than 1%. 1% supports our embassies and our consulates and all of our own government infrastructure overseas. So that's not really aid. That's just running our business overseas. Less than half of 1% is actually what the contribution that we make to immunizing kids, to putting girls in school, to helping women have babies without dying. And when people say to me, well, I wouldn't care about what's happening at home. Yeah, I think 99.5% of our budget spent on ourselves. Yeah, I think that's a good, I can say safely we are paying attention to our problems here at home. So I want I want to invite you, as you're doing your organizing, as you begun to lead institutions and organizations and corporations, just keep in your mind, that little girl in Afghanistan who's gone to school for the first time because our country has made a commitment to her and we have helped her get to that school. We can't forget that commitment. How many of you are from overseas? I'm just interested. Oh, that's fantastic. How many of you have parents that are from overseas that came here? You are yourself one generation or less away from that. And look how far you've come. So I'm ready to hand the movement over to you. You're incredible. You're bright. You're so energetic. And I don't have any doubt that we're going to bust through that glass ceiling and everything. It's just how many months or days it's going to take to happen. So lead well. It's not about you. And don't forget all the women and girls who don't have the opportunity to sit in the classrooms and eventually sit in the boardroom seats that you will. So congratulations, have a great conference, and thank you so much.